What's there? Hmm?
Get the bird.
That's somebody's pigeon.
Get up there. Get the bird. Get up there.
It has bands on it. What'd you do?
Just a little nose.
No. Is he? Oh, we got a sassy staring. Where's your sister? No, that one seems to be used to people.
So, you want to learn how to make monkey bread in a crock pot and make it look like this?
Get that bird.
Stick around. Hey guys, Bob here. It is the fall season here in upstate New York. Even though it's not changing yet. It's about 72 degrees in October.
Call him.
Yeah, that bird has bands on its legs.
In the crock pot.
It's used to people.
The link to that.
They're all... There's Waverly now. Her tail was all fluffed up. I had to coax her to go through the closet. So we're going to have to do a cleansing, a clearing.
Whole milk.
Yeah, you can see this pigeon has a couple of bands on its legs. So... Sassy.
And then I have, these are Roma tomatoes, washed and cut in half. I have Texas toast. I have bacon, crispy bacon, and I have deli turkey. Okay. Now you can use
Yeah, that pigeon's used to people. Because the other one that was with it, as soon as I spoke, when I opened up the glass door, it took off. But this one stays.
So the first thing we're going to do.
I don't know if it's male or female. Now, my Grandpa Cowan used to raise pigeons. So I don't know if this is a sign from him, because this one has bands. Maybe it's him visiting. I do have his trophy that he received for Best Bird in Show on my altar. So that could very well be a sign that he's here visiting.
You can use salted butter, whatever you want to. Don't use margarine. You do
Yeah.
use either salted or unsalted butter.
Could be.
I always buy unsalted butter because
If you can see, the pigeon is still here. The cats have been interested and then not interested. I think the Pidgey's gonna sleep here tonight. Definitely feels like a sign from my grandpa. Oh, I have a kitty right here. I mean, the bird can come down and sleep somewhere else out of the cold. And we've got chairs, maybe not my chair. I got cats all over the place. Yeah, maybe not my chair because I have the scarecrow and peanuts in it, but it could go on hubby's chair.
I don't know if anyone else has been in the attic, but
Hubby may not like it. But...
What the heck is this? Freaking huge doll? A doll? I've never seen.
Sleep well, little birdie. Hey. Sleep well. There we go. See? Hello. Hi. Hello. How are you? See, I knew you were used to people. There you go. I'll bring you closer. There, you can sleep here tonight. Okay? No problem. You can sleep here, precious. Okay? You're okay. Shh. Shh. You're okay. You're okay. All right, I'll leave you in peace. Good evening, everyone. White Witch 110 here. This evening, Vlogtober 3. I'm going to be telling you this evening about an iconic place in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the Canadian National Exhibition, otherwise affectionately known as the CNE. It was founded in 1879. It is an important part of our technological and commercial products. It is a location that brings our innovations to all who visit. The operation of the CNE is governed by the Canadian National Exhibition Association. Its board of directors are volunteers and the province of Ontario. Also, the Agricultural and Horticultural Organizations Act, RSO. The CNE sits on 192 acres on Toronto's waterfront. In 1914, the CNE was known as Exhibition Camp for the Military Housing and Training. My grandfather was one of them. The CNE did continue during this time. What troops did stay on the ground informed visitors of the war efforts. They also demonstrated training the troops were taking, such as charging out of trenches, bayonet demonstrations, as well as others. They even gave tours of a trench dug for training. During the Second World War, the military once again used the CNE for recruitment in camp. This time, the exhibition was closed. It was seen as not fair to be open. Now, many firsts occurred at the exhibition. In 1883, electric railway transportation. 1888, Edison's phonograph. 1922, the radio. 1939, television. The 40s and 50s, plastics and synthetics were introduced. And in 1992, virtual reality. The original use of the CNE was to keep farmers updated on changes and improvements in agricultural science. It is Canada's largest exhibition and in the top 10 in North America. Originally, it was called Toronto Industrial Exhibition. The name was changed in 1912. In 1912, the CNE covered 350 acres. 1905 to the 1970s, the CNE Art Gallery building was constructed to display Canadian fine art. Now, according to paranormal investigators, Richard Palmosano, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, there are many spirits at the CNE. Staff on the grounds have reported books falling off shelves. They also report seeing spirits out of the corner of their eyes. He spent 13 months at the CNE investigating. The first one roams the buildings using bells and maracas to communicate. It is believed this ghost had been a clown. A favorite spirit of his is a young girl looking for her cat. She is seen in the Stanley Barracks. Jenny is her name. She was killed when her scarf was tangled and strangled her. Jenny's father is with her. Richard said the press building had the least amount of activity. He explained that two spirits in the Stanley Barracks basement bullied the others. The Prince's Gate, that's Albert and Edward. Most people will say the Princess Gates, but it is the Prince Gates. in honor of Albert and Edward. The CNE grounds were the site of the bloodiest part of the world of 1812. Something to think about while walking the Midway. Garrison Reserve defending the town of York. It was also the central prison and asylum, and a reformatory for women. General Services buildings, most haunted on the grounds. In 1910, original Hydro building, now security and archives. Whistling, footsteps, crashing sounds, shadows disappearing around corners. People partying. Recorded bells ringing. He's called the night watchman, rattling doors. Some believe he may have been a guard in life. One staff member reported seeing him, another heard giggling, and a doll placed as a trigger object moved during an investigation. Oops. And that is it. That was very quick. Now, all the years that I've been attending the exhibition, I never knew about that. Oh, wait a minute. I'm bad. Oh, that's our neighbor. That was freaking me out. That's our neighbor moving in next door. Sorry, I'm bad. I do have a couple more pages. This is what happens when you staple them together. Now, Joseph Rosenthal was found dead on the hydroelectric field with a rope around his neck. This was in 1912. Eli Dunkelman, I'm so sorry for butchering these names, was also attacked and taken to hospital. Joseph's ghost is said to haunt the grounds. The Stanley Barracks officers' quarters, the only surviving building. It is now the Marine Museum on the CNE grounds. A receptionist heard knocking on a back door. When she answered it, no one was there. Doors are known to unlock and open. Often security guards find windows and doors open. A medium felt death and heard music, an EVP of a male voice saying, "Johnny." Then a young girl calling, "Daddy." Medium felt a young man dying in a corner bed. She was attracted by a spirit who killed 2 women in the barracks. His spirit continues to harass women. He had received 2 scratches. This is the medium had received 2 scratches, and on another location, a bruise from a kick. Not very nice. The Horse Palace was built in 1931. It is the finest of the buildings, and it is home to the Police Services Mounted Unit. White orbs are seen on the ramp of the 2nd floor. A man playing fetch with his dog threw a ball up the ramp. The dog returned without the ball, only to have it come down seconds later. Sorry about that. Now I have to remember where I was. I just had to step away for a little bit. Okay. Dog returned without the ball, only to have it come down. Yes. White orbs on the ramp on the 2nd floor. A man playing fetch with his dog threw a ball up the ramp. The dog returned without the ball, only to have it come down seconds later. RWF, cleaning stalls, seen uniformed man with a horse. The cleaner said hello, turned back, and he was gone. On the 2nd floor, unused stalls for years. But horses are still heard. Officers from the Toronto Police Services report hearing these horses. The grandstand, there have been 4 in total, 2 lost to fire and 2 demolished. Security in a car at 2 a.m. seen a shadow in the headlights moving towards the building. Then it became 2 soldiers. They were in deep conversation. They walked directly through the gates. First floor, running in the air duct faster than a human was heard. This went back and forth. Then it stopped with the sound of a door slamming and a woman laughing. No one was there. Let me figure out. The horticultural building, built in 1907, is the spookiest building, staff say. In 1949, passengers from a steamship stayed there after a fire broke out. 119 people died. With hospitals and morgues full, the horticultural building was also offered for use. The dead were placed on tables. A flood alarm went off. Security found a room in the basement locked, with water running, valves open only with special tools. No one could explain this. When closing the building after this, the man heard someone attempting to open the door. When opened, no one was there. Fort Rollville once stood on a corner of the CNE grounds. When the military left, the fort was burnt to the ground. A memorial and marker outline where the building once stood. This is where the U.S. began their attack. 1888 to 1891, remains were found. They're not sure it could be an American or a friendly soldier's body. So that is it for the CNE and its hauntings. I hope you enjoyed it. My YouTube family, thank you very much for coming by. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. If you're new to the channel, please check out my other videos. If you see anything that you're interested in, please give it a like. Drop me a comment. Share any of my videos out if you think someone would be interested. Pearl. You're a sweetie pie. Yeah, and while you're here, consider becoming a new subscriber. And if you do subscribe, remember to click the notification bell. Pearl, people don't want to see your butt. Large cat, giant cat attack. Ah! Oh my gosh. As you can see from the video that I put up before this, the pigeon is sleeping here tonight. I don't mind. I sat out there for a while. So, I take it as a blessing. Hey. No, you leave that alone. Anyways, before the cat backs further up into my phone, have a great rest of your Sunday evening. And until the next time, ciao for now.